Do you struggle to maintain weight loss but desperately want to feel good in your own skin, confident in your clothes, and improve your overall health? If so, you're home. Hey, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the More Than a Number podcast. I'm Sam, I'm your host, and I'm here to help you stop overcomplicating lasting weight loss. So, if you follow me on social media, you may have seen that I've been posting every day. I challenged myself to post every day for 30 days. One, because I was off of Instagram and all of social media for a whole year. And I wanted to force myself to get back into like a rhythm of posting. And while that's true, it's actually so much deeper than that. Behind the scenes, I have been working on what started as just a new coaching offer I'd be rolling out, but has evolved and taken on a life of its own. Evolved into an entirely new business ethos, if you will. See, when I dove headfirst into the idea of becoming a dietitian and starting from scratch, if you don't know my story, I went back to school at 30, literally from scratch. It was always with the passion and the desire to help people. I don't want anyone to walk through life with the pain, physical and mental, that I walked through at nearly 400 pounds. I wanted to show people that they don't have to live like that, enslaved by food numbing and hopelessness. At the time, I just felt motivated, but as I've come to grow in my relationship with Jesus in the last 5 to 10 years, I can see that it was God's hand on my life the whole time. And I see where he was nudging me and then finally, boop, gave me that kick to dive in, right? I wasn't just passionate about helping people learn to live a healthy life. I'm called to it. I know now and have known since then with literally every fiber of my being that this is why I walked the path that I walked. So, fast forward to 4 years ago when my precious sweet niece wanted to go skydiving for her 21st birthday. And although it is something that I had always wanted to do, I found myself holding back out of fear and insecurity. Am I still too heavy? Will whoever the person is that gets me be annoyed that he got the big girl? I stood in the airplane hangar with my dad because I went to watch with my dad, just watching my niece, my sister-in-law, and my nephew fill out the paperwork and get ready for the jump. And in my head, there was an actual war raging. I know that sounds crazy, but it literally was. And I really, really wanted to go. I was dying to do it, but I couldn't. Then I had already made up 75 different excuses that, I was too scared. Or I think I said, I was scared I was going to hurt my knees because I have bad knees. And out of nowhere, I felt a literal physical push to where I just kind of, urged forward and started walking towards the counter and just announced, I'm in. Sign me up. I'm doing this. I literally have to do this. It was one of the most incredible experiences of my entire life. And I'm so grateful that God did not let me miss it. He literally pushed me to go. A new wave of inspiration and drive came through me after that. Within only a few months after jumping out of an airplane, I stopped drinking alcohol completely, which was another way that I was using or that I was numbing besides food. I got baptized and at least thought I had fully surrendered my life. And I grew the confidence to start my own business. I invested in a business coach, which was actually me investing myself. I was betting on myself. And I would always say in the past that, like, I didn't want the responsibility of owning my own business. I mean, you get health insurance, PTO, benefits, etc., when you work for someone else. I'd rather just do a good job at my job and not risk anything by starting my own thing. I also was under the false assumption that it takes a large sum of money to start a business. But I learned that even that's not necessarily true, especially not for what I was starting with the advent of virtual everything. I didn't need to rent office space or get lots of equipment. I had a computer, and that was the biggest piece that I needed. Since that period of time, though, when I was high on Jesus, as I call it, the honeymoon stage, if you will, of my 750th transformation in life, I realize now that since then, something happened. I lost my drive. I got wrapped up in more of how can I make money with this business instead of how can I truly serve people and make a difference in their lives. I won't bore you with all of the ways in which I resist change, I retreat, I self-sabotage, and I do give in to fear and insecurity. But let's just say it's been, a running pattern in my life, and it's become crystal clear to me this year and in this season of my life. In my coaching business, I have listened to countless experts, social media gurus, podcasts, webinars. I've spent more money than I have on coaches and classes and business boot camps. Maybe if I just learn how to make better reels, or maybe if I should focus on TikTok instead of Instagram, or LinkedIn seems like it's popping these days. Am I supposed to be on there? Will that be where the breakthrough comes? I spend money on all these like specific apps. The CRM I use, I've never really liked, but they say it's the best one for dietitians. So I have it. I pay for 3 different domains through Squarespace because one of these days I'm going to be able to build a website and I'm not sure if that's the right place for it or which domain I'll use. All of this information to grow my business and focusing on these little things with no actual growth. Part of that is the self-sabotage, of course. As soon as I start taking a few steps forward, I freak out and go backwards. But also because I'm focusing on things that don't matter and getting wrapped up in these small details to just try to sell that take away from the original mission of simply helping people. Somewhere along the lines, I forgot what that baptism meant. I forgot that my life is in His hands, and what He has anointed, no man can stop. My LLC is actually called Beyond Bariatrics Nutrition because originally I thought I would be serving like the population that I put myself in, the bariatric population. I had surgery, so these are my people. This is the population that I want to help. But I realized over time that my people are not just the ones that had bariatric surgery. My people are the ones that are done with the weight roller coaster. They're tired. They've done every diet known to man. They've gone to every group known to man. They've spent more money than they have on the next magic thing that will finally lead them to their breakthrough. They know that if they try the next fad, it's going to just be temporary, and they are sick of temporary. They know they're made for more. They know that, yes, they want to look good, but most importantly, they want to feel good. And when we feel good from the inside, that light radiates outward, and we feel good about how we look on the outside as well. These are my people. Sick of weight watching, sick of struggling, sick of feeling like they aren't enough. So I got this vision and drive to stop using the Beyond Bariatrics nutrition label, and I created the DBA Anchored Nutrition. Because in all of life's ups and downs over the years, and all of the struggles and the tough seasons, I have learned the hard way, unfortunately, how to maintain a significant weight loss. I'm going on almost 2 decades of maintenance. Not perfection, not never gaining weight, but maintenance. And I know that there are certain fundamental, foundational principles to lasting weight loss, that those are the things that's the real magic. So Anchored Nutrition represents that. My faith, of course, but faith is part of one of those foundational anchors. Unfortunately, I had the vision, but I was still focusing on just focusing on how to sell versus how to just follow God's leading. But these glorious 7 months of 2026 have been enlightening, to say the least. Last year, when I started this podcast, it was really hard at first and frustrating. But that quickly turned to excitement and true joy. Next month will be 1 year that I've been working on this, and I can't believe how far I've come in, learning the tech behind everything and really trusting myself to keep going with it. It's really become a way that I can see God is guiding me, and it's free for you. I'm not trying to sell it. It's a way, of course, to showcase my coaching and share my offers, obviously. But I can be and am very proud of the content and information that we provide on this show. And I am so grateful to do it, because even if one person learns something that helps them or feels more empowered to make changes in their life, then I know I've done my job. But as for Anchored Nutrition, I realize now I've still been stuck in trying to just figure out what will sell and telling myself my business isn't growing because I'm not a good salesperson. Instead of just blocking out all the noise and just doing what I feel called to do, instead of surrendering it and letting him do whatever he's going to do with it. It hit me that I have been doing the exact same thing in my business that I spend every day helping my clients stop doing with their health. All of the things that I preach and teach about getting so wrapped up in what the interwebs say about these minute little details, these nutrition trends and fad diets and what's good and what's bad, spending so much money on the next miracle supplement or program without meeting the basic fundamentals of an overall healthy life. I was doing the same thing with Anchored Nutrition. I was grasping at anything, getting frustrated at everything, feeling like a failure, and then I'd never be good enough. Giving up and starting over 700 times instead of just staying anchored to what I know for sure is the calling that God has placed on my life. So if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. Because I know that was a lot. And you're probably like, Sam, why are you telling us all this? I'm going to tell you. This 30 days of staying accountable to posting on socials has evolved into an awakening of the call that he has placed on my life. I just want to help people, and I know how to help people. I want to say I give up. Not on myself, not on my calling. I give up trying to focus on selling weight loss just because that's what they say the people want. Sure, some people, a lot of people, just want to lose as much weight as quickly as possible. But I know my people, and my people want more. Yes, they want to lose weight, but they don't want to lose weight only to gain it back 6 months later. They don't want to lose weight and still feel miserable, deprived of their favorite foods, weak, fatigued, still insecure about their body. And like every time they hit a weight loss goal, it's just not enough. Maybe if I just lose another 10 pounds, that will make me happy. No. Those are my people. And I don't care if that narrows my client base from 5,000 to 500 or 50 or 5. I know you're out there, and I know I can help you. I've developed a really solid foundation to how I want to coach going forward and what offers I can provide, and I'm really proud of it. I'm not trying to pretend to get you to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. I want to equip and empower you to create a life that actually builds and supports lasting weight loss. We work through what I call the 4 main anchors to sustainable weight loss, and we utilize the anchor method, which is the key to pulling it all together. I pride myself on taking these complicated concepts and simplifying them. I am a person that if it's too much, I get overwhelmed and I just say, no, and retreat. It's too overwhelming. I can't take it in. So I want to take these complicated health and nutrition concepts and simplify them for you so that you don't get overwhelmed. I am not saying that any of this will be easy. But the method to my madness is super simple. It's realistic and ready to just wash, rinse, and repeat for lasting health and weight maintenance. This process is what will be our saving grace when life decides to sucker punch us out of nowhere, as it tends to do. I've talked about it a lot on this podcast, and when we get knocked off our game, we don't have to restart every time. We're not restarting. We just need to reset and resume what we know to be true. We just have to go back to our anchors. I have so much more to share about the anchor method and a really amazing new offer that I'll be launching soon. But for today, I just want to introduce you to the 4 anchors because they're going to become the foundation of everything I teach going forward. The anchors are fuel, rest, move, and calm. Every podcast episode, every interview, every resource, and every coaching program I create is going to come back to these 4 anchors because I've come to understand and know that lasting weight loss is not built on, one perfect meal plan or one perfect workout. It's built on strengthening these foundations over and over and over again. Fuel is about learning how to nourish your body without living in constant extreme restriction or food guilt. Rest is about recovery, not just sleep, but creating space for your body, mind, and soul to truly recharge. Move is about discovering movement that you actually enjoy instead of punishing yourself with exercise that you hate. Calm is where I've been doing my own work lately. It's about how we respond to stress instead of numbing it with food, alcohol, busyness, or control. For me, that starts with my faith, but every person is different, and together we learn what helps you come back to your center. So those are the 4 anchors. And over the coming weeks and months, we're going to be exploring every one of them in depth. Some episodes will be about nutrition, some will be about sleep, some stress, some movement, but they'll all kind of point back towards the same truth. We don't start over, we just come back to our anchors because life is gonna life. We are gonna get knocked down. We're gonna have seasons where one anchor feels strong and another feels neglected. The goal is not perfection. The goal is knowing how to come back. When we think about that like tripod of body, mind, and spirit, all 4 of these anchors are intertwined throughout all of it. So if one is lacking, the others are going to be affected as well. The anchor method gives us a process for evaluating ourselves and our lives and then working through weak areas and repeating, because life is constantly evolving. And if we say stuck or give up, well, then we stay stuck, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I announced my 30-day accountability challenge on social media because I know that part of accountability is actually saying it out loud, declaring that you're going to do something and trusting someone, in my case, all of the interwebs, to hold you to it, right? And now I'm announcing to all of you that while I will, of course, take all of the wisdom and mentorship I can get from people who are further along in life and in business than me, but I will not sacrifice what I know to be true and where I feel God guiding me just to try to sell an unrealistic idea that's not actually aligned with my mission and calling. I feel like Jerry Maguire right now, and I just want to grab the goldfish and ask, who's coming with me? It's a mission statement. It's not a memo. Please tell me you get the reference. I am so proud of what Anchored Nutrition is becoming. And I feel that deep sense of purpose and passion again about how it will serve my people and myself included. 30 Days to Thrive will be launching soon. If you don't follow me on socials, make sure you do. It's Sam Barone Nutrition on Instagram and Dietitian Sam Barone on Facebook. And if you want to know a little bit more about 30 Days to Thrive in the meantime, please feel free to email me at sam@theanchorednutrition.com. Friends, I know this was a little out of the ordinary, but I feel like it needed to be said. My North Star has always been to be of service to others and help people who are stuck in their weight and health struggles. I'm so grateful that you spent time with me today, and I hope that you share this with someone else who may need it. I love you. God loves you. And I will see you right back here next Monday. Have a beautiful week.